This episode is sponsored by perhaps one of the best presents in the history of the world for the parents and relatives in your life, Aura Frames. And if you don't know what's what in the world of digital picture frames, Aura was named #1 by Wirecutter. They make it incredibly easy to share unlimited photos and videos directly from your phone to the frame. And when you give an Aura frame as a gift, say to your Aunt Tina in Boxford, you can personalize and preload it with a thoughtful message and photos using the Aura app, making it an ideal present for long-distance loved ones who you only see at family reunions or in group chats. It's a gift so special, they'll use it every day. This holiday season, give the gift that provides joy the whole year through. For a limited time, visit auraframes.com and get $45 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames by using promo code BALD at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code BALD. This exclusive Black Friday Cyber Monday deal is their best of the year, so don't miss out. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to a very special edition of Movie Stuff with Gretchen Felker-Martin. Gretchen is an author whom I absolutely adore. She's written 2 books that I've read. Most importantly, she has a Patreon that slaps so fucking hard. So I'm going to talk to her about her favorite movies of the past year, everything horror, and then maybe some personal questions like, are you on your period? What's your favorite color? And so on. Welcome to The Bald and the Beautiful, Gretchen. I'm so happy you agreed to do this. We're going to talk movies. We're going to talk books. We're going to talk not politics, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely.
Are you in Worcester?
I'm actually in Michigan visiting my girlfriend.
Oh, shit. Okay. But you do reside in Worcester, right?
I do reside in Worcester, yeah.
I fucking love Worcester.
Oh, it's my favorite.
It's great.
It's a dump, but it's my dump. You know?
It was when I lived in Marlborough, though. It was a dump 25 years ago. Now it's I feel like it's popping.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's got the art museum. It's cunty. Anyways, okay. So you are the author of Cuckoo, Manhunt, both books I have read and I adore.
Thank you so much.
But mostly, Gretchen, for the listeners at home, her film criticism is so cunty. Basically, Gretchen, I'm here to just pimp your Patreon in a very obnoxious way. Because whenever I see a movie, I immediately go to your Patreon to see if you've reviewed it. And I'm very embarrassed to say that you're one of the minds that could absolutely change my mind about a movie. Is like, if I see something and I say, oh, I like that, and I read your review and you hate it, I'm like, no, actually I hate it.
That's very flattering.
Well, listen, let's get into the movies of the past year. I think we're going to focus on horror. What are your top 10?
I would say number 1, The Devil's Bath.
Oh my God, Gretchen. I can't believe you.
Yeah,
I can't believe I watched that. It was
a real feel-bad classic.
Yeah, I got a text from Gretchen that said, if you want to feel really, really horrible, watch The Devil's Bath. And I sure fucking did. And it was the most depressing movie I've ever seen in my life. Tell the listeners give a synopsis about The Devil's Bath.
Yeah, so The Devil's Bath is set in the German Middle Ages, and it's about the historical practice of suicide by proxy, in which women who were going through really intense mental illness and were suicidal, because they were so afraid of going to hell after committing suicide, instead they would go and commit a mortal sin and then confess immediately so that they could be absolved and then executed by the state. And the most common crime was infanticide or murdering a young child.
Yes, as we see in the opening scene where a lady just flings a baby off a waterfall.
Yeah.
It is so.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's
grim.
It's a great system you've built there, guys.
I mean, it's funny because the logic is so ridiculous and horrifying, but it does make sense. It's like
absolutely. If that's how you believe the world works, that's what you should do.
Yeah, I gotta kill a kid, chop my head off, and drink my blood.
Yeah. You both go to heaven. Great. Oh my God, that ending scene is so upsetting.
It's so nasty. Oof. So what number? So that's number 10. What about number 9? Or are we going best to worst? I don't know what the order is.
We're going best to worst.
Okay, great. So number 2.
I would say my runner-up this year is Red Rooms.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is just like so mind-meltingly ghoulish.
Yep.
What an awful, awful picture of like celebrity obsession and depersonalization and desensitization to the suffering of other people.
Yeah, that would make quite the double feature. Like it would be complete suicide watch if you watch these two back to back. So if people don't know, Red Rooms, it's a French Canadian film, and the lead actress, I forget what her name is, she is phenomenal. She plays this fucking psycho who is obsessed with these snuff films that are filmed in these so-called red rooms, and it all takes place during the trial of this serial killer. And that's all I'll tell you. The sound design is cunty. It's like, it is just riveting. And it's like fucked up. It's really fucked up. But she's incredible. Just her her like you said, she's a ghoul. She has like a soulless ghoul. It's like, ooh, she gives you the creeps.
Yeah, that actress is really doing something really, really special.
Yes, disturbingly special.
She's such a great combination of like normatively, marketably beautiful and just obviously insane.
yeah, and it's funny. She's a model in like a video poker shark, and then has absolutely no like. As the movie goes on, you realize she's like, oh, she's a demon. She's not a human being. You know. Oof. What's next?
I would have to say my number 3 spot goes to I Saw the TV Glow.
Okay, that one I didn't see yet.
Oh my God. So it's sort of like, it's by Jane Schoenbrunn, who did We're All Going to the World's Fair.
Okay.
And they just do such a beautiful job sketching this portrait of someone who realizes as a teenager that she's trans and then just stagnates and never emerges from that cocoon and becomes this miserable, self-minimized nothing of a person. It's also really sweet and hopeful and beautiful. Some really horrific special effects.
Ooh, cool. So kind of a palate cleanser from the West, from the previous 2 films.
Yeah.
Hey, today's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. You guys, I'm happier than I've ever been in my entire life. And I'm telling you that journey, the only way my life started to swing back up was at the very beginning of my talk therapy journey. I have never sat with a stranger and talked about my life before. I can't even tell you that I necessarily originally believed in it so deeply, other than a few sessions here and there, maybe when I was at my worst. But regular talk therapy, where sometimes for me, just part of the goal is just talking, I would have never known how much that would help me along on my journey. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be flexible and on your own schedule. You just fill out a brief questionnaire, get matched with a therapist. The second match for me was the perfect match. So I took advantage of being able to just click and switch therapists at any time for any reason. It wasn't weird. No one's offended, because it is kind of like dating. So let's feel good about ourselves this year with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/bald today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/bald.
This episode is sponsored by our friends at Rakuten. As you may or may not know, that wonderful holiday where we all gather with our large family around a big table to dine on delicious roasted fowl and tubers whipped up with butter and sour cream is mere days away. Yes, friends, the holidays are now upon us, and it is that special time of year where we max out every single credit card we own in order to buy gifts for friends and family, many of whom we see but once a year. But what if I was to tell you there was a better way? You might reply, yes, please, tell me. What is the better way of which you speak? And I would reply, there's a way to save lots of money this holiday season when you use a magical creation known as Rakuten. With Rakuten, you can stack holiday sales and deals on top of cashback to maximize your savings at over 3,500 stores. During the holidays, stores will be at the highest cashback rates of the year, all the way up to 15% cashback at some of your favorite brands through the holiday season. Now you might be wondering how all this works. Well, take a seat here by this roaring fire and I'll tell you how it works. Your favorite stores like Sephora, Kiehl's, Neiman Marcus, Best Buy, Wine.com, Dyson, and Bloomingdale's pay Rakuten to send them shoppers, and Rakuten passes on a part of that money to members via PayPal or check. I know, crazy, right? You can get cash back at hundreds of stores across every single category, including fashion, beauty, electronics, home essentials, travel, dining, and so much more. Rakuten also finds you the best deals, sales, and coupons. They do the work of searching for coupon codes so you don't have to spend hours Googling promo codes only to find out they've expired or only work on specific items. And I'll tell you the best part about this thing called Rakuten. Membership is free and it's easy to sign up. I recently visited a friend's house and his area rugs were absolutely filthy. Well, guess who's getting a new Dyson for Christmas? Listen, people, take it from me, a person who loathes shopping only slightly less than I do, wasting money. Use Rakuten to save money, save time, and maybe, just maybe, save your entire holiday season. Join the 17 million members who are already saving. Start all of your holiday shopping at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app to start saving today. With Rakuten, your cash back really adds up.
Oh my God. Okay, so next. I gotta what? That's on my list. What's next?
People would probably fight with me over whether you could classify the whole thing as horror, but certainly the second entry is straightforwardly horror, and I think you could make a case for the whole thing. Kinds of Kindness, the newest Yorgos Lanthimos movie.
I fucking loved this film.
I was blown away.
Yeah, it was.
I really liked Poor Things last year. I really enjoyed it. And I thought this blew right past it.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just incredibly smart, incredibly enigmatic, really unafraid of presenting mysteries and then just walking past them.
Yeah. Also, it's in a triptych format, which for me is perfect. Because if anything is longer than 2.5 hours, I need a break. So this was like excellent. And I had no idea walking into it. I actually did a double feature with Poor Things and then this one. It was Margaret Qualley, man. Emma Stone.
Oh, I love her.
Such a good cast. Jesse Plemons, Margaret Qualley, Emma Stone, Willem Dafoe, Hong Chow. It's like stacked.
I love Hong Chow. We need more Hong Chow as a culture.
Yeah, she needs to be like the new Nicole Kidman, like in every movie and TV series for the next 20 years. I mean, when
I want to turn on my TV, I want to have to pick between Hong Chow movies.
Yeah. So, darling, we have Hong Chow or we have Hong Chow? Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. My favorite moment, it's not a spoiler, I guess, but Jesse Plemons makes his wife cut her liver out. Right? Is that right?
Yeah.
It's so cunty. That's certainly horrific.
It's incredible.
It's so wild.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it's wild. Highly recommend Kinds of Kindness. It's weird. It's very weird. Oh,
it's very weird. It feels in a lot of ways like sort of a great mid-century short fiction collection, by G.K. Chesterton, or like If O. Henry Went Insane.
I like that there's like a sex cult in the last segment where like they lick the salt out of the belly button after you're in a sauna to like see if you're clean. It's so fucking wild.
Oh, it's so
fierce.
good.
It's fierce.
That's just another thing I really love about Yorgos Lanthimos is that he's just really unashamedly horny.
Yeah, and in an interesting way. Like the horniness.
Yeah, he's a freak,
Yeah, he is a freak. He's a fucking freak for sure. Yeah. Oh my God.
And as a freak, I appreciate that.
Same. Let's see. Where's the substance on this list? Because you have to have it on there. I'll kill you if you don't. Okay.
It is. Okay, the substance is here. The substance is, in fact, my number 5 pick.
Okay. That's okay. I fucking love this movie so much, Gretchen. I realize it has flaws.
I had such a good... Listen, it does. Like, what are they trying to say with her eating all that food and stuff?
Right.
Like,
didn't make
what
a
does
lot of
that
sense.
mean? Who cares? Who cares? A great movie can have one nonsense failure, and the substance is great. It is so mean. It is so dumb. I love it.
It is nasty. It's like a big wet slap every 10 seconds in your face. And then that...
Truly, I mean...
that idiotic song.
The beginning, I was a little hesitant getting in, and then we got to the Margaret Qualley scenes, And immediately the director just starts treating her like she's a living blow-up doll with like no humanity, no interiority. And I started to see what they were doing. And I was like, Jesus Christ, this is great.
Yeah.
These people are totally empty and dead. There's nothing.
Yeah. The show is called The Show. You know, Hollywood has one studio.
Oh my God.
It's so funny.
You know who really blew me away though was Dennis Quaid.
Ugh, that fucking shrimp. That fucking
just the most revolting performance I've ever seen.
I actually was like, I saw it 3 times. So the last time I saw it, I had eaten a full meal. And then that scene, I was like, I had to stop it. I had to just scrub right past it. It was so fucking disgusting.
It's nasty. Oh God, his metal heels.
Yeah.
The smile, flamboyant. The horrible tan.
Yeah. He's kind of like, if Harvey Weinstein and Pee Wee Herman had like a baby, they're like very, very that vibe.
Oh, that's a very bad image. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm obsessed with because Margaret Qualley is like a ballerina, and I've been watching interviews of her like being so uncomfortable doing this kind of dance, like don't you know, pump it up, where she's literally just gyrating and like twerking, and it's like supposed to be a fitness video. I just love that shit. It was so stupid and so dumb and so pointless.
So stupid. Yeah, I mean, that's like the whole movie is just like, wow, I guess we're just going to deform and terrorize and murder ourselves in service to the dumbest thing imaginable. Yeah. And we'll feel nothing about it. We won't be happy.
Right. Yeah, it's not going to satisfy us in any way. And it's funny, like she didn't go for like, oh, maybe I'll try to get another Oscar. She just went straight back to the pump it up. Yeah. So fucking weird. So weird. Okay, what's next?
I would say next is probably Love Lies Bleeding.
Yes. Yes.
I loved this movie. Katie O'Brien and Kristen Stewart, amazing chemistry. It's very funny. Yeah. It's nasty. Mm-hmm. It has really unexpected moments of like bizarre hyperviolence.
Yeah. It's sexy too. It's like fucking.
It's very sexy.
It's all the dykes out there. It is you will be eating if you watch this film.
Yes. Good God. Like the scene like sniffing her pussy in the bathroom. Come on. That's like, it's so real. Who has not been that dyke?
Who among us has not sniffed a bodybuilder's
shitty apartment?
Yeah. I'm so happy you recommended this because this is a movie I probably would not have watched on my own, like just from the trailer or whatever. But Ed Harris, oh my God.
He's so good.
Talk about the substance. He took the opposite. He is like a craggy, like, just a monster eating bugs. It's so fierce.
His face just gets better every year.
Yeah. He takes the anti-Botox. He like injects more wrinkles into his face. It's awesome. I love it. Yeah, highly recommend that. That's Rose Glass, right? She did Saint Maud.
Yeah. She did Saint Maud, which I also love.
Love that one.
This episode is sponsored by perhaps one of the best presents in the history of the world for the parents and relatives in your life. Aura frames. Happy holidays to all of you out there in podcast land. The holidays are not only upon us, they're standing right behind you, whispering in your ear that you should get off your butt and start your holiday shopping yesterday. And if you're thinking to yourself, but wait, what if those people that we love are the very same people who are an absolute horror to shop for? Well, I have some wonderful news for you. There's one gift that everyone on your list is sure to enjoy, an Aura digital picture frame. And if you don't know what's what in the world of digital picture frames, Aura was named #1 by Wirecutter. They make it incredibly easy to share unlimited photos and videos directly from your phone to the frame. And when you give an Aura frame as a gift, say to your Aunt Tina in Boxford, you can personalize and preload it with a thoughtful message and photos using the Aura app, making it an ideal present for long-distance loved ones who you only see at family reunions or in group chats. It's a gift so special, they'll use it every day. Most of my family is currently 3,000 miles away from the sun-kissed hills of Hollywood, so while I'm out taking tons and tons of fun photos of Southern California, those poor souls in New England can't experience the joy that is looking at pictures of me sitting on chairs, eating tacos, sitting on different chairs, or posing on red carpets with my less hot co-host. With Aura picture frames, those gorgeous chair-sitting photos can make Aunt Tina's life just a tad brighter this holiday season. With Aura frames, you get unlimited storage, top-notch security, and even smart photo cropping that detects faces. This holiday season, give the gift that provides joy the whole year through. For a limited time, visit auraframes.com and get $45 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames by using promo code BALD at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code BALD. This exclusive Black Friday Cyber Monday deal is their best of the year, so don't miss out. Terms and conditions apply.
Today's episode of Bald and the Beautiful is brought to you by Cuire. Listen, you know I love my handbags because it's like one of the only fancy designer things that can fit. Hello. And I love to keep them pristine. That's why I'm excited about Cuire, the ultimate solution for protecting and preserving your purse collection. We maintain our shoes and cars, so why not our handbags? These are investments, and Cuire helps them last a lifetime. Plus, if you ever want to resell, Cuire keeps your bags in top condition for maximum value. And you can make them last a lifetime. You guys, I have some really cool bags that are like vintage Moschino bags that I've gotten secondhand. And what I love about them is that whoever had them before me took very good care of them. So I have really cool vintage purses that feel brand new because they were cared for. In today's world where overconsumption is a big issue, it's best to just make things last as long as possible. Cuire is the ultimate solution for protecting and preserving your purse collection, making sure that they just stay beautiful and last forever. There's a limited supply available, so head to mycuire.com to get your leather care kit today. That's mycuire.com. The best way to make your handbag last forever.
What else is on your list?
Cuckoo.
Yes. Cuckoo with Hunter
I
Schafer.
really enjoyed Cuckoo.
I did too. I was very pleasantly surprised. I didn't know where it was going. I had no idea what was happening. And I was like, oh, I left the theater like, that was unexpected and original, which is kind of rare.
Yeah, it really was.
How would you describe
I didn't see it coming.
How would you describe it? Like, I don't even know how.
I mean, in a lot of ways, it's like a straightforward creature feature.
Okay.
But it's so specifically situated. It's like so concerned with sound and with particular kinds of German culture.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Tillman Singer, I think, is German, and I grew up next to a German family, and they're exactly like that.
Really?
Just like weirdly manic and punishingly unfun.
Well, that was like my grandmother. She slept with one foot on the floor. She was always ready to go. I don't think and I never in like 20 years of knowing her, never heard her laugh once.
Oh my God.
Fierce.
Yeah, Dan Stevens is so pitch perfect, and Hunter really killed it.
She really did. That poor girl, she like went through the ringer. Yeah, she went through the ringer. It was so like at a certain point, it's like, how many more injuries can this poor girl suffer? It was so funny.
I love a beat to shit protagonist.
Beat to shit protagonist. Love it. Okay, what else you got?
Out of Darkness. Have you seen this one?
No.
Oh, baby, you're gonna love it.
Really?
It's so fucking good. It is a prehistoric horror movie about a small group of hunter-gatherers migrating in an attempt to find like a new fertile place to live.
What? Really?
And they run into something that's hunting them.
Oh, shit.
It is so good. It is so scary. It is shot
similar
entirely
to like
in like a constructed language.
Is it similar or not? Kind of that vibe or no?
Superficially, I would say it's similar to Prey, but it's doing very different things.
Gotcha. Okay, good. I can't wait to watch that one.
It's just incredible.
Fabulous. You didn't see The Terrifier, did you, Mama?
I have to confess, I am a long-standing The Terrifier hater.
Listen. No, it's with all the first two, they're terrible. They're terrible. But the third one is definitely something to talk about at the water cooler. Let's just say that.
All right.
Yeah, I would recommend streaming it if you're bored at some point. Just the third one.
I will do that.
The first two are absolutely.
I will do that for you. Literally, no one else could compel me to this.
Just all you have to do is get up to the point where you sticks a chainsaw up the guy's ass.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, and it balls too. Dick and balls come off too.
That's fantastic. And I have to say, even if I don't personally like it, I'm always glad to see the freaks win around.
Totally. And it fucking whopped the Joker at the box office.
It made so much money.
Crazy. So Battle of the Clowns, art slapped to the Joker. It was so fierce. So fierce. What else you got?
What are we at? 8?
I think so, yeah.
All right. The first Omen.
Oh yeah.
If I'm like rolling back over this, I might even move it up the list. It was so good. I was shocked by how good it was.
I was too. When that gray claw came out the pussy, I'm like, woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, that really got me. Nell Tiger Free, who I think before this had only ever done like a bit part on Game of Thrones, is so fucking good.
That was the lead actress?
Yeah.
Oh, she was phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Yeah, and another fantastic horror movie directed by a woman. It's been an absolute banger year for them.
Yeah, Rose Glass, Coralie Farja. What's this one? What's her name?
I can't remember her name, unfortunately. And The Devil's Bath is also co-directed by a woman.
Oh, that's right. Shit.
Yeah.
Women be scary this year. It's awesome.
Women do. It's a year of women's wrongs.
Yes. And what's your number 10 for you?
This will be number 9. We've got 2 more.
Right.
That's all right. Let me see. I've got my little list here. Number 9 would be the Vourdalak.
Yes. Randomly, I saw that. Me and my friend Andrew were the only people in the theater. So cute.
I was
cool.
So impressed.
Yeah.
I was so impressed.
Yeah, it's a French film.
Just like, first of all, it's actually about things. I heard like the conceit of the monster as a puppet, and I was like, oh, this will be like a neat little, showcase for someone's craftsmanship. And the puppet is great. And the decision to have the characters treat the puppet like it's a normal human being, terrifying. It's so scary.
It was so fucking weird. We had no idea like anything about this movie. So when the character was introduced as the father, and it's this puppet, my friend Andrew and I were looking at each other like, what the fuck is going on? And after 3,
are we sure? Are we sure that's Dad?
Everybody's like, oh, that's Dad. It's like, I'm like, whoa. And then 5 minutes later, I was like, I'm totally into it. I get it. I'm buying it. It was fabulous.
Yeah, it really does work. It's so surprising.
Yeah.
And it has some like really sharp, interesting things to say about gender and sexuality and class too.
Yeah. And
I love the protagonist is like this ridiculous fop who accidentally falls in love with a cross-dresser.
Yeah. He's like a picture of like
so
French aristocracy, with the paint and the wig and the all that stuff. He's so good. And I think he also does the voice of the puppet.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Which is really impressive.
Yeah. He's fabulous. Fabulous film.
Just a great vampire movie.
Yeah.
And I would probably give my final slot to Infested.
Ooh, I'm like, my skin is crawling. My skin is crawling.
Yeah, just a movie that made me want to get into bed, tuck the covers in at every corner, and never touch the floor again.
Now, this is a fucking spider movie that my mother and I watched together, and we were screaming so loud, like every 10 minutes. It makes Arachnophobia look like Herbie 2 Fully Loaded. It's like,
there's no contest between this and the next scariest spider movie.
Oh, it's so gross. It's so like, and there's actually like a lot going on with like class and race and everything. And it's situated in like a slum.
Immigration.
Yeah. Like a shitty, like a tenement or a big sort of housing block in Paris, like outside of Paris. It's so nasty. Ooh.
Oh, it's so scary. It's so scary. The effects are so good. It's so tense.
Yeah. And these spiders, they grow in minutes, which is so horrifying.
So bad. They're like those little foam caplets you throw in the bath and they turn into a rhinoceros.
Ugh. There's a scene right in the beginning that's kind of like the prologue where they're hunting for like, rare species of spiders in the desert. And I think one goes right up the guy, like in his mouth, down his throat. And it's like, oh God, it's so nasty.
Oh, in so many ways, insect horror is all about the fear of being penetrated because they're small enough to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie just plays with that so cleverly and remorselessly. It wants you to feel bad. It wants you to develop a phobia.
Yes, and it succeeds 100%.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So for people out there, your Patreon is it Scumbelievable?
No, it's under my own name, Gretchen Felker-Martin.
Gretchen Felker-Martin. I highly encourage you to subscribe to her Patreon because the movie reviews are the best. I can't find a better reviewer. Like,
geez,
I know, seriously, I go to Roger Ebert. I'm like, what fucking 3-year-old wrote this crap? So, I highly recommend that. I think I subscribe to like the $5 thing. It's a cup of coffee a month. Totally do it. And I just finished Cuckoo, fabulous. And
thank you.
Manhunt, of course, is a masterpiece. And can you share the details about what is that like?
Yes, I can.
Please tell.
I can finally talk about it. Lily Wachowski and I are adapting Manhunt for television.
Fucking A. Oh my God. That is so exciting. Are you shitting yourself?
Over the moon. I'm over the I could never have imagined this would happen. And if it did, I certainly wouldn't have imagined it happening with someone as incredible and as influential to me personally as Lily.
Yeah.
She's been amazing to work with.
That's so fucking cool. One of the agents at me and Trixie's agency had he said something about the rights to Manhunt being sold. And I was like, really? And then you told me that, and I was like, oh my God, this is going to be fucking amazing. I cannot wait to see how it is translated because I have no idea how y'all are going to do that. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's we've certainly got a lot of hurdles ahead of us, but I'm really hopeful it'll get picked up.
Yeah. Okay, what's the worst horror movie of the last year or this year?
I definitely watched worse movies than this, but I think the one that got me personally angriest was Alien Romulus.
Oh.
Because first of all, you do not fucking dig up my boy Ian Holm with this AI bullshit and make me watch his janky computer animated face jerk around for an hour and a half. And second of all, what happened to the back half of your movie? You had a whole script for 45 minutes and then it just blows out the fucking airlock and there's nothing.
Damn. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean, don't bother.
Okay. Note taken. I hated fucking I hated Strange Darling.
I hated that movie.
Yeah, I thought it was pretentious. I thought it was like the structure
I felt like an absolute fucking lunatic watching people call it smart.
It was just like sequential, out of order. There was no the characters didn't the characterization didn't it wasn't continuous. Anyways, yeah, right. I hated it. Although Ed Begley Jr. and Barbara Hershey eating at breakfast.
Eating that weird breakfast. That's a great scene.
And staring at each other. It's worth it for about 30 seconds maybe. Yeah, but I hated that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, just like a really incurious, dull movie that keeps going with a format that's not actually doing anything after the first twist.
Yeah. It's like, okay, great. Let's see. And then can you recommend for me a book of the horror variety?
Yes.
Please.
Absolutely. I've got two for you.
Okay.
One, Green Fuse Burning by Tiffany Morris.
Okay.
This is a book about a Mi'kmaq indigenous woman who is super, super, super depressed after her estranged father's death. And her pushy white partner sends her to this art residency on the edge of a lake. And she has this complete and total breakdown. There's fungal horror. There's nasty, fucked up animals. And it's so cloying and claustrophobic and upsetting. I really dug it.
Okay, fierce.
And my second recommendation is Agustina Bazterica's Tender as the Flesh, which I think doesn't have real competition for the best horror novel of the past 10 years.
Really?
It is astonishing. It has one of the greatest final lines in recent fiction. It's brutal. It's nasty.
Is it cannibalistic?
It is.
Love
It is.
it.
It's about It's about institutionalized cannibalism in the future.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Okay, so we got to wrap. But thank you so much, Gretchen. Where can people find you online? And I'm going to spell your full name out. It's Gretchen, GretchenFelker-Martin for Patreon. And on Twitter, are you still on Twitter?
I am updates only on Twitter, but you will find out what I'm working on there.
Okay, fabulous.
And I'm Scumbelievable, or just my own name there.
Yeah.
And same on Blue Sky.
Fabulous. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Ugh.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, and
it's so fun.
I wanted to get you on here forever. I am so excited for Manhunt. I cannot wait. I'm going to be pissing and shitting all over myself. So so good luck with that.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Well, have fun in Michigan. Thanks so much for joining us.